Hello everyone, welcome back to Cassiekoy Crochet. On this tutorial, I'm going to show you how I made the bust part only of my 2-in-1 crochet top. Yes, it is 2-in-1 because you can have it done as a crop top or finish all through down the waistline to hips to make a peplum top. I'm giving you free access to the first part of this top, and if you want to finish the whole pattern, you can grab a copy on my Etsy shop soon once the pattern is released on October 3. You will need a solid yarn for the bust part and gradient for the lower part. So I'm using here polyester, but you can use your preferred type of yarn. Now I have here 2.5mm hook, a tape measure, a pair of scissors, and stitch markers. I began by making chains divisible by 2. This top is in small size, so to achieve a well-fitted version, measure your bust and divide it into 2 minus 2 inches. For example, the bust circumference is 32 inches divided by 2 equals 16 inches. So 16 inches minus 2, I have now 14 inches left. So make a foundation chain that is 14 inches long. Again, don't forget that the chain should be divisible by 2. Now we will start row 1 by making Suzette stitches. Just place 1 single crochet and 1 double crochet on the next chain from the hook. So this is what we called Suzette stitch. Then skip 1 chain, 1 single crochet and 1 double crochet on the next stitch or chain. Skip 1 again. And another Suzette on the next. So just repeat this process until you have 2 stitches left on this row. Okay, now I have 2 stitches left. Just skip 1 stitch and then 1 single crochet on the very last stitch. Okay, so here's row 1. Now, you chain 1 and flip your work. 1 single crochet and 1 double crochet or 1 Suzette on the very first chain. So at this point, we're going to place 1 Suzette on top of the single crochet stitches from the previous row and then skip the double crochet stitches from the previous row. Okay, so I will be skipping this one and proceed to the single crochet stitch from the previous row. Again, skip 1 stitch or the double crochet stitch and another Suzette on top of the single crochet stitch. Skip and then another Suzette. So you're going to repeat the same process until you reach the end, and on the very last stitch, just place 1 single crochet. Now chain 1 to close the row, then repeat the same procedure from row 1 to row 17 or until you are 1 inch before the underbust. For clarification guys, row 1 to 17 will cover the overbust to the bust points until 1 inch before the underbust. Then, to emphasize the bust, we will make decreases on the other rows. So now I'm reaching the end of row 17. So just skip 1 and place 1 single crochet on the very last stitch. Then chain 1 to close the row, flip your work, At this point, we're going to repeat the Suzette stitches, but the difference is we're going to make decreases on some parts. So on the very first stitch, just place 1 Suzette, skip 1. Then we will have Suzette 2 together, which means we will place 1 Suzette on the next 2 Suzette stitches of the previous row. So just skip 1, insert your hook on the single crochet stitch, insert your hook again, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over and pull through. Then you must have 4 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through all 4 loops. So yarn over again and place 1 double crochet on that same stitch. Okay, so at this point we decreased already, and then skip 1, and then on the next will be 1 Suzette again. Skip 1 and 1 Suzette on the next single crochet stitch. Then we will decrease again on the next 2 Suzette stitches. Okay, so here will be the decreases. Insert your hook on top of the single crochet stitch, insert your hook again, and pull through all 4 loops. And 1 double crochet on that same stitch. So you're going to repeat that until the end of the row. Now we're done on the bust part of this top. We will now extend the sides. Just make 3 chains, then 1 double crochet on the next stitch, chain 1, skip 1 stitch and 1 double crochet on the next stitch. So you skip this one and proceed to the next one by placing 1 double crochet. Chain 1 again, skip 1 stitch, 1 double crochet on the next, chain 1, skip 1 stitch, 1 double crochet on the next. So you'll just repeat this until you finish this row. And on the very last stitch, don't forget to place another 1 double crochet. So we have 2 double crochets on the last 2 stitches of this row. So here's how it looks like. Chain 3, then flip your work. Place 1 double crochet on top of the double crochet stitch, chain 1, and then another double crochet on top of the double crochet stitch. So you will just repeat that until you finish this row. So just place 1 double crochet, chain 1, 1 double crochet on top of the double crochet stitches. So just like that. And this is how it's going to look like. On this part, I've made 10 rows, but I fragged from row 8 to 10, which means I only left 7 rows. So for our last row, or row 8, don't forget to chain 1, flip your work, then place 1 single crochet on top of the double crochet stitches, and 1 single crochet on the chain 1 space. Again, 1 single crochet on the chain 1 space and 1 single crochet on top of the double crochet stitch. So you will just repeat that until you finish the row and fasten off. Okay, at this point, you're going to do exactly as what you did on the other side. So when you finished working on the side extension, your top should look like this. Now I'm attaching my gradient yarn on this part. So just place another Suzette stitches on each of the single crochet stitches from the previous row. So you'll just continue the row by placing Suzette stitches. As you can see, I have stitch markers at the center, so that indicates the decreases. So just do exactly as how you decreased on row 18. And as what I mentioned a while ago, I fragged the sides, so I have only 7 rows of double crochet stitches and the 8th row is the single crochet stitches. And then here on the waistline, I have here decreases, so 4 decreases on that part. Now for the straps, just attach the yarn on top of the bust points. Then make 2 or 3 chains. And then on that same stitch where you attach the yarn, place 1 double crochet. Chain 2 again. Double crochet on the space here. Chain 2. And 1 double crochet again on the space. So you will just repeat this until you have 15 inches long, or it depends on how long you want it to be. Then repeat the same process on the other side. Then add the brooch at the center to style it, and this is how it's going to look like. Now if you want to have a more detailed instructions on how to do Belle 2-in-1 crochet top, just grab a copy of its written pattern on my Etsy shop on October 3. I'll put the link on the description box along with its discount code once it's available. So that's it for this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching this, and may you keep on supporting me. God bless you!